phone, are you okay? You fell from like top to bottom.
Ooh, she fell twice. Once when she initially fell, and then the wheel decided to throw her. Look, hamsters make it look easy, I guess, right? Here's the face of your sympathetic friend. Yeah, fake sympathy after, right? Oh, are you okay? That wasn't hilarious for me. Look, I see why you were compelled to do that, okay? Anyone who's played Mario and they see a Mario-like brick, they're gonna want to jump into it with their head, but you had to know it wasn't gonna move, right? You're like, no, I know there's something in this one. I've played the game. This is the one where there's something in it. People in the comments did say they should have made them out of foam or something, or like had a hinge so you can actually hit it with your head, but you know what? They didn't think people would be that simple. No, it's just a photo op. The amount of people that leave there with concussions, they probably need to make them sign a consent form. That mama cow got mad. That's what you get for pushing her little calf. You can see the look on the cow's face. You pushed the cow near her and she's like, that was unnecessary. She's like, you just pushed my child? I know it's there. I can see. Although now you know you can outrun a cow. Mama cows don't play. That's right. You got herded by a cow. That's pretty cool. Now you know how a sheep feels.
Chết luôn á.
Oh, the panic is real. Why are you trying to move this hornet's hive? Oh, and then you start hitting yourself in the head with the hive? That's bad instincts. First you ran straight into something, and then you started trying to hit yourself with the thing that's angry at you. Why were you trying to move it? I don't understand. Let's see. There's more.
Dạ ngu đi. Trả luôn đi, trả rồi xô đi. Rồi xô đi. Chết luôn.
I don't think the stop, drop, and roll technique works for hornets. I don't know. Look, this guy was not mentally prepared for the task at hand. He completely went into panic mode. His body went into fight and flight mode. If you're trying to save that hive, you did a horrible job because you immediately started smashing it over your head. I don't know what the end goal was supposed to be here. You're like, I just wanted to save them. They're good for the ecosystem. Oh.
看什么玩意儿这是？哈哈哈哈！
What's this stage? They're either filming this guy because they think it's so absurd that he's trying to film himself in this way, or it was actually staged. This guy was just trying to get a cool shot of himself coming out of a van, or whatever that was. He was like, yeah, I'm all business, but I need a new phone because it's hard to be a businessman without a phone. Well, you don't leave your phone in the middle of the road, okay? That just doesn't make sense. You leave things on the road and they will probably get run over. Oh, here's one. This is a clip from the Argentina versus Spain game, and you can see the defender pushes the Spain player in the perfect spot for the... Let me just show you again. You can see the Argentina player pushes this Spain player in the perfect place for a pass, which goes straight to his opponent's foot. Yeah. Really, the defender is the reason that goal happened. That's the goal that won Spain the World Cup. And it's all because the Argentinian player was being a little too rough in the box, pushed him right out of the way, pushed him into the perfect position. If that's not an instant regret, I don't know what is. Wow, I didn't know that guy was undercover playing for Spain. Cool. There's so much other hilarity that actually happened in this World Cup. Can't even get into it all in this video. Maybe in one of your stupid videos.
Disc. Are you kidding me? Oh,
That dog instantly regretted his decision. That dog just wanted to go for a swim, and then he came out looking like a sea monster. That owner at first was like, are you kidding me? Oh, wait, no, he's actually blinded by seaweed and might actually drown. Okay, let me get in there. I imagine he put the camera down, stopped filming, and jumped in to save his dog. Then it probably just ended up with a human doggy paddling next to the dog, and they're both just like, someone come save us both. Look, animals sometimes just jump into things. That's what they do. They look at water like an opportunity. Like, look at this cat. This cat jumps into the water and immediately gets blinded by bubbles. He's like, where am I? What is happening? Yeah! There, I did the voices for it. Instant regrets. It's actually pretty funny when you get to watch animals instantly regret their life. It's like my cat went outside one time and my cat put his paw on a moth and then immediately went like this, was like, ran back in the house and then just started licking his paw like crazy. He was like, what the hell was that thing? Got terrified by a moth. Now you might have seen this clip going viral. It happened again. Orlando beware. These customers dine and dashed on a $300 check. So this is a family that had a $300 bill. And you see that everybody else in the family walks out. They're skipping on the bill, but they're trying to make it look like they're going to pay. So one of them stays behind. So they're like, oh, she's sitting there. She's going to pay the bill. And then as soon as she knows everybody's out, she goes and walks out too. And they just skip out on the $300 bill. That is despicable, man. And don't eat that much food. Or go buy it at like a grocery store or something if you're going to spend that much money on food. They obviously knew what they were going to do, and you're teaching these young kids that this is okay. Hopefully they don't actually understand what's going on. But here's the kicker. So now these people have been found and they're being charged, and here is the father of the family trying to plead to the restaurant owner. He's trying to ask for help now to get out of this situation that he put himself in. This is hilarious audio, actually.
Simply to the restaurant, they're not responding. I need your help. How you help them? You know, how you help them? Can you help me out? Or
Why
you can't do that?
Why the heck would I help you out? You tried to stiff people on $300, man.
If you're gonna do it or not? It's no need
Oh,
to talk to you.
absolutely not. I'm not going to help you.
Well, you're not gonna do it.
Oh,
Hey,
no way.
Yeah, you're not gonna do it. Yeah, somebody came up there. We've been trying to pay for days. They don't want
I hope you go to jail.
I hope I go to jail also.
The defeat in his voice. You thought you'd get away with it. You know cameras are everywhere. If you're gonna do something like this, you have to be ready to face the consequences, all right? If you're gonna break the law, if you're gonna break the rules, when it catches up to you, you can't all of a sudden be like, well, now I want to do the right thing. So you had the $300 to pay is what you're saying. Despicable. Here's another person getting caught in a crime. Oh, I love Ring cameras. I love them so much. So many crimes are caught on Ring cameras these days. This guy went up and tried to steal some mail and did not know a cop was just sitting there watching like, what the hell is this weird sketchy dude doing? That cop picked up on the behavior right away and he was like, all right, let me just roll up on this guy. He tried to toss it behind him like no one was going to notice. No, that's where they deliver the mail, in the middle of the lawn. Well, I guess some delivery people do that, but that's not where it was found. I love it. I love that he immediately got, that's called instant karma, actually. Instant regret turned into instant karma. See, the police officers come out and they're like, hey, sir, why were you creeping at that house? Why were you touching their mail? He just wanted a free newspaper, probably, right?
Ow! Ow!
Excuse me, donkey. I guess that's why they call them jackasses, right? Come on, man. That shoulder was not up for grabs. She just wanted a cute picture with you, and that donkey was like, you're not paying? You're not paying me? Do you know who I am? I'm from the Shrek movies. Ma'am, you gotta pay to get a picture with me. Oh, it's a video? You didn't tell me it was a video. I've seen that with celebrities before where like they think they're taking a picture and then it's a video and they get really offended. Like, a video? Are you kidding me? No, you can take a picture, but you're trying to make a video with me? What? And look, I have learned from a series of videos I just saw that donkeys aren't the nicest all the time. My son was excited to meet the donkey until the donkey was excited to meet him.
You see the donkey?
What kind of sound was that? That donkey sounded off an alarm. He was signaling for all the other donkeys. Yeah, you better watch out. That donkey did the donkey call. about to have a swarm of donkeys pull up on this family. Like, were you getting too close? I mean, I guess that wasn't really a mean donkey, but it wasn't nice. You don't scream in a kid's face, all right? Oh man, I do love when donkeys laugh though. They have such a nice little laugh. That donkey, I feel like, was legitimately laughing at the dog. The dog barked at the donkey and then scared itself. Like, that donkey didn't even move or do anything to you. He was immediately intimidated. That was all you, dog. Look, I'm actually taking it back. Donkeys don't seem that mean, okay? It was just that one that got that girl by the shoulder. Something wrong with him. He was having a bad day. POV, you almost lost future generations petting a donkey in Ghana.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, hey. I take it back. That donkey was... What were you trying to do? That donkey misread the situation, all right? That's not what he was trying to do. Is that the one that... Anybody seen South Park? Oh, no, that was a horse. All right, well, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into details, but... Oh, man, that was... Oh, I'm glad you backed up, because I would not be using this video if it latched on. That would have been just... burned into my memory, but never used on YouTube. What do you think, Nova? Look, Nova got a haircut. Nova, say hi to everyone. Say hi. Hi, I'm a dog with a haircut. She's so much more comfortable now. Finally got her that haircut she needs for the summer. She's doing her summer girl look. All right, we got one more donkey one. Hey, first of all, that fence is way too short. You're supposed to be keeping your animals behind the fence, right? If the animal can just jump over, do a front flip, and land. Although that donkey probably wants to get back in now. He's like, that hurt. I'm never going to try it again. I'm sorry. All right, that's enough donkey stuff. Let's move on. Here's a caricature. I do not know why people go to caricatures. This woman is really going to regret when she sees the picture that was drawn of her. Oh, it was such a nice memory. You're just going to look at this and be like, this is how people see me? Oh, look at... I just feel like the look on her face looks devastated. Oh, sweet. I love it. I'm going to go home and cry myself to sleep now. Oh, thank you. I love it. I'm not going to crumple it up and scream at it in the car. You have to know what you're getting, okay? You got to go in prepared to know they're going to make you look really bad in the caricature. What did you learn? You learned that toboggans don't belong on metal stairs, right? Why don't you just go down a snow hill like a normal person? You would have had the same fun and you wouldn't have hurt your butt. I don't know, man. Everybody just sees this stuff. They're like, yeah, I'm going to make a funny viral video. It's always funny. But you know what? It's never going to go viral if you land the trick. Nobody cares about that. Oh, you know what? Oh, send this clip to Ow My Balls. You know, that fictional show that was on Idiocracy? I think it's here. It's in real life now. You know what? At least he was trying to perfect a skill. This guy wants to be some sort of tightrope walker, and he was like, I'm going to do the backflip. I wouldn't even attempt a backflip on flat ground, and you're doing it with the rope under you. Dang, there were so many other ways you could have landed that. You chose the worst one. Hopefully you're not planning on having children later. I know a donkey that could finish you off if you want to, you know, get rid of it all. Oh, and we'll end with this one, this scary man.
Excuse me, my friend. That's on the card return over there.
Okay.
You want to put your card back?
Sure.
Card return is right there. No, there's assholes everywhere.
I know, I'm just like...
We're getting them all. You're just the first one we saw.
Like, well, I guess they're not doing a great job.
We just got here 10 minutes ago. You're a fourth person, so it's not that bad, you know? All right, thank you, my friend. Have a good one.
That man was terrified. You see the look in his face, and you had the nerve to talk back and be like, why didn't you get all these ones? He's like, I'm working on it. You gonna help me? You just don't want to mess with a guy who could crush you into a ball and bounce you like a basketball. Don't worry, he keeps going. There's a few more of these.
Excuse me, my friend. There wasn't a card return over there.
Sorry?
There wasn't a card return over here.
Okay.
That was kind of rude to just, you know, leave it on the curb.
Cool. I'll do better next time.
Well, not this time.
Well, it's not there anymore.
It's not because it's behind your car.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you leave it. It could just appear behind somebody else's car, you know? You're welcome.
Why is this guy carrying around a briefcase? Is that just for intimidation purposes? It's like the unknown of like, I don't know what's in that briefcase. I better not mess with this guy.
Excuse me, my friend. That wasn't the cart return over there.
Okay. Like, do you need anything or?
Would you mind putting your card back?
Okay. Right now?
Tomorrow, right now, it's gonna be behind your car till you move it back, you know? Always gotta put your card back, my friend. Might hit another car, roll, hit the grandma, you know?
Have a good one.
Have a good one, my friend.
You could tell that dude was so angry too. You know, if it was a smaller man, he would have been like, hell no, I'm not doing it, blah, blah, blah. But you send a giant Russian over there. I like how it keeps subtitling laughs in Russian. Is this guy putting on the voice, or is this his natural tone? It must be so weird. I just don't understand because I'm not a terrifying person, but this guy is just naturally terrifying. He just puts off that aura. Wow, it must be a strange world when you're walking past people and they're like, why is he in? This guy's walking up to me and you're like just walking back to your car, but because you have tattoos all over you and you're muscly, it's like, oh God.
The cart return is literally right there. Why you leave the cart over here?
I didn't know.
You didn't know? Well, now you know.
Okay, I'll return it. Thank you.
You want to take it back?
Yeah.
Literally right there,
You
man.
moved it for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I love how they're all like, yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you for making me a better person. Look, I agree. You shouldn't just leave your cart wherever. The only time I've ever done this is if I'm too far from the cart return and my children are in the car. I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable walking away from my car if it's like a certain distance. I don't want to just leave them alone there so someone can just like pull up and take them or they get, I don't know. It's just not comfortable. But that's why whenever I go to a grocery store or something and I'm with my kids, I try to park extremely close to the cart return. But yeah, I can't remember a time I've done this, but that's the only situation I could think of where I would leave a cart because, you know, I used to work in a grocery store. I feel like if you used to work in a grocery store, you put the cart back because you know, there's someone out there getting all those carts and having to wheel them back. They got to hire someone just for that. I saw this before and someone was like, I'm doing someone's favor. I'm creating jobs by not putting the cart return. By not putting the cart back, I'm creating jobs. No, that's a bit of a stretch, all right? Well, anyway, that's what I got for you today. There's some instant regrets for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you're new here and you like what you see, then subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment. All of that tells the algorithm that you like me and you want to see more of me. Thank you for watching the video this far. I appreciate it. That's the best thing you can do. Also, check your subscription feed. I upload nearly every single day. I mean, I rarely miss a weekday upload now, unless I have something else going on in real life. That's why I missed yesterday's upload. All the links to the playlist and all my socials is down below. And other than that, come up to your screen real quick. Come here. Come here. Boop. Gotcha. Bye.